Here we have a diagram of ETL with SQLite, and this is a great pattern for building small composable command line tools with any language, including Go, Rust, Python. If we take a look here at the first step, we have an external data source. This external data source could be something as simple as a CSV that's in GitHub. It could be Kaggle. It could be a huge data set that's in some kind of format like Parquet. But regardless, you extract that data. Now, the next step in an ETL pipeline, which is extract, transform, load, is that you want to do some kind of transformation in many cases. This could be anything from converting the column names from one name to another, or removing spaces so that it's easier to process. It could be dropping data, for example. Maybe it contains thousands of columns. You don't want thousands, you want 3 columns. You could also go through and transform the rows as well. So when you transform the rows, this could be things like changing from one data type to another, or doing some kind of numerical transformation. Next up here, we have the ability to load this data into SQLite database. Now, the SQLite database is amazing because of the fact that it can hold terabytes and terabytes of data, something like close to 300 terabytes of data, which makes it great for doing ad hoc analysis. And it's not client-server based, it's local based, so it lives right on your file system. So if you have a very fast file system, it's going to work well. Next up here, inside of your code, again, it could be Python, Rust, Go, whatever it is you're using, you would go through and put a little bit boilerplate code and then do a SQL query and then wrap it up in your code. Now, you also could just do a plain SQL query itself and just directly talk to the database using pure SQL as well. It really depends on what kind of operation you want to do, but this is really the format, I think, for many standalone projects that want to use. In fact, I would call this a big data type workflow, is ETL. And what's nice again with SQLite is it can handle essentially almost unlimited data in a realistic fashion.